Hello, about animals that live in the city. I'm from Constanța, Romania. Here we have cats, we have mice, we have dogs, and we have doves, flying doves. Some people might ask, um, these animals, do they help me with something? Some people just eat animals. They eat cow, they eat chicken, they eat pig. I mean, they eat animals. Uh, Now, if someone doesn't eat a cow, doesn't eat a chicken, doesn't eat a pig, is that something that is useful to them? To not eat the cow, to not eat the chicken, to not eat the pig. Does that help you? What does a cow help you with if you don't eat it? Well, if you want bread, then the cow helps you. She eats grass, and by eating grass, the cow is like a worker, on this earth, you know. So you will have more bread, okay, more wheat, more wheat. You will have more wheat if you let the cow live. Okay, what about a chicken? What does chicken do? Well, something similar with what the cow does, but the chicken helps with something else too. I mean, it's beautiful also, and the cow is also beautiful. So for the beauty of life, you can play with animals. You can play with pigs a little. So by eating something from nature, even the pig, they are like some workers, you know. So they are your helpers. You don't have to tell them what to do. You don't have to tell them what to do. So they help you just by being free with what they do. So don't criticize animals. They are better than us. They are modest. They are modest beings. They don't need houses. They don't need cars. They don't need so much food for 1 year or 2 years to have food. I don't know, like some people do. They have all these activities to sell food and stuff, and they have food in some place put there for 1 year or 2 years, and they'll sell food and all of that. They don't need so much. They don't need this. They don't have this fear that they will run out of food as we have this fear. They don't need so much. I don't know. They don't have this fear as we have. Oh, I'm not gonna have food after 1 year or something like that. They will have food after 1 year usually. It's just that we are in this fight with animals for food. So people started to kill them and eat them because it was this fight that people had with animals. So now a lot of people eat cows and chickens and pigs. 3 years. I started 3 years ago to eat just plant foods, only bread and fruits and all sorts of plant foods, potatoes, okay, and all sorts of these things and fruits and all sorts of stuff like that. I'm a vegan, so I'm talking about, will it help you to let animals live? Will we run out of food if we let them live? Well, I don't think we'll run out of food if we let animals live. But if we look in Africa, there are some borders that need to be respected. This is our territory, okay? So we need to defend our territory from all sorts of animals, because otherwise they might come in our territory and eat our food. So each species should defend its territory. That's what I believe, and that's the truth. I mean, that's what I've seen in a lot of videos on YouTube. Okay, so I believe that there are a lot of things animals help us with if we look at what they do. I mean, they even I mean, this is what I have seen. Okay, at the animals, that they defend their territory. So maybe some people wouldn't have thought of that, right? That we need to defend our territory if other species come to eat from our territory and stuff like that. Um, yeah, okay, so another thing that we can learn from animals, like chicken, we can learn from their mistakes, because chickens and roosters, or how we call them, were living in the forests, and we can see the differences between roosters, chickens, and all sorts of birds like that. We can see the differences between them, between those that live in the forests and those that live with human beings. Those that live in forests can fly higher, and and stuff like that. They can fly higher, and these chickens that live and roosters that live with people cannot fly as well as these that live with people. So they lose a lot by being friends with us. Friends. We are not their friends. We are not friends with cows and chickens and pigs because we kill them and eat them. Maybe we are friends with other animals that we don't eat, with cats and dogs and doves. We are friends with these animals. So that's what this is about. Maybe we can be friends with seagulls. Seagulls. We don't eat seagulls. Other people have parrots in their houses. All sorts of animals we are friends with. But we can think about parrots. We shouldn't be so. We shouldn't control animals, because parrots suffer. People keep them indoors and all sorts of that things that don't do them well. We should not be so I don't know how it's called, egoistical or something like that. We should appreciate nature as nature is. So we shouldn't be selfish, okay? That's the word. Egotistical. We shouldn't be selfish or egotistical. We should appreciate nature as nature is. We shouldn't control animals as we do. We shouldn't have this big fear that I don't know, that we won't have food if we don't put some food in all sorts of I don't know how these are called. There's all sorts of warehouses. So we don't need that so much. Maybe we need these because we didn't made them. People wouldn't have made them if they didn't need them. But I believe people in the present exaggerate with all these warehouses in which they store I don't know, grains for years and years, and it's not a good thing. I mean, if they are stored there for years and years, they are damaged, spoiled, damaged. So we shouldn't exaggerate with this fear that we won't have food if we don't have a lot of uh, we don't have big warehouses and stuff like that. Okay, so that's about it. Have a very good day.